internet people, and yo ho ho, a pirate's life for me. Ah, Jim lad. Ah. What are other pirate noises?
I was going to try and start singing I'm a Pirate and That's Okay, but it's not that, is it? It's
no.
a lumberjack.
What's the pirate song from Monkey Island 3? How does that go?
I was also trying to think of that, but my memory of it's terrible.
Something, 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 something. Unforgettable. Right. Yeah.
Amazing. Unforgettable.
Right. We've got a Nightrose Stride deck set. Because
this is, at the time of filming, this is about as current as we've been in years.
Yeah, like these came out like in January, at the end of January, which is pretty crazy.
So we admit that we are a little bit behind, but for us, this is like super up to date stuff.
Yeah, and we don't have the money to build current standard decks like by buying packs and stuff. So this is like an actual ready to play current deck, and yes, I'm sure there are upgrades you can do for it by adding in these cycler things people keep talking about. In fact, post in the comments what affordable ways you would use to upgrade this into like a slightly more thingy deck. And also if you've got any tips for the Harry deck as well. But as it is right now, we're going to probably just do these as sealed, ready to good to go decks, and then I should probably get into it because I've been talking for about 2.5 hours here. I can already detect the comments saying, "Just get on with it, bruh." I think that's how. Some people talk. None of our internet people talk like that. I'm sure they're all lovely people. So we've got a.
Do you need a hand?
Yeah. You got like the McFlurry wrapper thing that goes around the McFlurry cup, and then you've got the usable, reusable deck holdy thing that says Ground Blue. And Nightrose and Stoichia. So we open it up and we've got some purdy sleeves. Now the premium version had like green around the outside of the sleeves, but these got the dark blue. I think these ones are actually a bit nice. So hashtag don't hurt me. Cool.
Hashtag or do.
Or do.
Oh boy,
we've got
a piece of cardboard.
A piece of cardboard with some coins on it. We've got a deck, we'll get to that in a second. We've got
free cardboard.
More cardboard. Yeah. Get in there, and we've got a big piece of foam. A foam brick. When you want to throw a brick through someone's window without actually hurting them. So yeah, there's a nice.
And not breaking no window.
Not breaking any windows. Yeah.
You were just saying the other day about how we need a box to put all of our spare cards in.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a look.
But in the starting tender events, we've got them.
Let's have a look at the deck, shall we? You know you can add sound effects in post, Jess.
Who would do such a thing?
In post? What? Editing? What is editing? Whew. Okay. What's the floppy thing at the back? Oh, it's the energy cabinet. Okay. No. We've got Nightrose. I'm guessing this is the right deck to start off with. So we've got Vampire Princess of the Night Fog, Nightrose. She's an 11k, but she's technically not because of the crest. But basically this is, as we understand it, an exact reprint of the original G-era Nightrose set. This is very much a hollow deck in the vein of the classic one, so that kind of makes me happy because that was like my last deck of the whole.
In terms of keyword, as well as having shiny things in it.
Yeah, hollow was basically my last deck that I built in that format until the Chochos at the end of the format when we came back. And then we got Columbard. Very cool. I'm not going to go into the skills. I'm sure everyone already knows. Parting the Shade, and there's your starter, Grenache.
His anger's Grenache!
Yeah. That's cool. We got the Energy Generator. And then we got some common versions of Nightrose, 3 of those. We got 3 common versions of Columbard. Then we've got, 4 pieces of Nightstorm. You're kind of like your secondary grade 3, so you got 1 RRR version and 3 common versions of him, which is pretty cool. And then we got Negrolese. So it looks like you get 1 RRR foiling up each of the cards in the deck.
Unless you spend like £200.
Unless you spend like £200. What's that? Marauding Shades. This one is actually a Stoic Air card. This one doesn't say Grand Blue, so this isn't an old returning unit as such, although it basically looks like Ruin Shade.
You said that you're going to see Ruin Shade in it,
Probably. Then we've got Cam the Ghosty. He's another new Ghosty, apparently. We've got some classics, the old Stride Fighter card.
Tommy the Ghosty Brothers.
Tommy the Ghosty Brothers, especially Stride Fighter and your Grade 3 Searcher. I think it's basically the same sort of deal now, although now they can search the drop zone, which makes things a little bit less annoying. Negrabone. Grade 1. Am I doing too fast? I don't know. Perfect Guard, Water Spout Gin. Not the Perfect Guard that I used in Gia, I don't think. I think there was like a... there was like a sea strolling banshee type of looking Perfect Guard, I'm sure, at the time. I think...
Didn't they used to be called Gust Gin?
There was Gust Gin. Maybe. Yeah.
It's been some years.
Well, anyway, the Perfect Guard I used to have, I'm sure it was something that looked like a banshee girl. We got an DrawTheTrigger that's actually not the generic one by the looks of it. This is the draw a card, choose one of your opponent units, you get crit +1 until the end of turn. All your front units get plus 10k. If your damage roll has the same number of cards as your opponent's or more, choose a card from damage and heal it. So it's actually a healy DrawTheTrigger.
Ew.
We've got 4 crits, standard crits. We've got 4 draw, and many years ago. 3 generic front triggers, so I suppose we'd replace those with the ones that have the plus
The
5k or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got 4 standard heals, which again I'm assuming you would replace with the ones that can gain shield if your opponent's like done multi-attack or whatever scenario you decide to go for. So that's the main deck. That's your main deck. All the skills and stuff you can go onto like cf-vanguard.com and do all that as well, and see what they do without me needing to try and read cards to you, because you don't need me to read cards to you. There's an SP. So
that is nice.
There's 2 strides in the deck, and there's 4 copies of each stride. I think they're all triple R, except for one of each is SP style. So that is extremely
nice,
extremely pretty. Basically, yeah, when it attacks a Vanguard, you basically get +2 with tires and rear guards, call things from the drop zone, and you basically get more attacks. It's a pretty standard thing that Vanguard decks tend to do. So that's the SP versus the regular version. So obviously, if you bought the premium version of the deck, you'd have 4 of these instead of 3 of those. So yeah, I can see why people would go for the premium one. And you also get like the play mat and stuff and a nice leathery deck box. And Great Ghosty King Obadiah, yay! This is kind of like your first stride. Basically gets you to GB2 by flipping a card face up and then superior calling some stuff from the drop zone or something probably, because that's usually how these things work. Call the card with a hollow ability, it gets plus 5k, yeah. So again, there's the SP next to the non-SP. Quite literally, woo! You know, that's the end of that, and then you've got the Nightrose crest. So you actually have this and the energy generator, apparently, according to the way it works in the Dear Days anyway. So you can still kind of activate the Energy Blast 7 and draw a card, but you also have this. So basically what this does is it kind of makes your Nightrose into a 13k, even though it says 11, so you can actually use the original print of Nightrose, and this makes it basically as good as. You can't ride grade 3 or greater cards without Nightrose in the card names. Draw your turn if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard of Nightrose. All your front units get plus 5k for each face-up card in your G-zone. And when 3 or more of your cards are discarded from deck for her GB2, basically, you choose a card from the discarded cards and put it on the bottom of the deck. So it's like you're only discarding 2, so you can kind of get things back in the deck that you actually want. So that's good. Stick a trigger back in the deck or something, you know. Perhaps you don't want to put draw triggers to the bottom of the deck for obvious reasons, but yeah, that's pretty. And that's what you get. So you got your tokens, you got your ride deck, you got your strides, you got your main deck, you got the sleeves, you got the deck box, you got your little token sheet of perhaps little paper tokens. Let us know if you want us to put the nice plastic ones that we used back at the second at some point. We might be able to do that. And yeah, that's it. It's a bit of a mess here because I'm quite eager to get sleeving these up, but yeah. Thanks for watching. See you again soon, internet people. Bye.
Bye.
How do you turn this off then?
Kamui here. Thanks for watching Draw the Trigger. Here's another video you might enjoy.